Okay, we're back.
Back in the saddle.
Yep, and we got Mike Chapa and John Sanchez. This is a hot seat match for the men's gold division. Race to 5. Oh, you didn't change the races.
Oh, sorry. I knew I'd missed something. I was hurrying. Yep, this is a straight race to 5.
And this John just broke, made a ball.
That's easy enough to. Oh, I guess you need the. There you go. Yep, this is the hot seat in the gold division here at the Southwest Regionals. Beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona, Fountain Valley. I keep getting told this is all kinds of places. Fort McDowell Casino Resort.
I think that's all I have to do.
Yeah, that should fix this.
Yep, okay.
We're good.
Good to go. Let us know if you can hear us okay out there.
Winner of this match will secure their place in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Loser will have to take a left-hand turn and
Take a left-hand turn. That's good. I like that.
win a semifinal match on the other side.
That's better than saying going to the loser's side.
I
That's
hate
take
the
a
loser.
left-hand turn.
I like to tell people that's the payout side. They look at me, I go, hey, only one guy gets money on the right side.
Yep.
I said, you got a ton of people get money on the left. Players never really see it that way, but
Good shot.
there's a lot more money paid out on the left side of the bracket.
That's true.
Than there is on the right.
However, you prefer to get the money on the right side,
that's
though.
True, yeah. Yeah, we all want the money on the right side.
Well, Brett, you have a good sleep?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It would have been better had I, last night we were talking and Rick says, hey, yeah, I'll come in at 9 o'clock. So I set my alarm for 7:30 and then he changed his mind and said, no, come in at noon. Well, I forgot to unset my alarm, so it goes off at 7:30. It's like, oh, my goodness. But it was still. I feel a lot better now than I did last night. Some long days here.
Yeah, I was pretty tired yesterday, but I got some good sleep last night. The last 2 days were long for me. Well,
he's cleared this pretty well.
Yep.
He's going to have to.
No, he got himself hooked a little, maybe. No,
I don't
no,
think
he
so.
went back for a long cue, so I don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he just went back for his chalk or something.
He's got to be careful getting on this 8. He doesn't have a huge. I think.
Oh, no, he's playing for a little bit of a jump here. Just jump over the. Oops. Oh, that hurts.
Wow, and he knocks the 8 in.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, Mike's saying, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, 1-0, Mike. And it is Mike's break. Kind of rushed that a little bit.
A little bit,
It did take a little more time here doing a jump shot.
Want to get it over with.
You know, I thought he would have maybe played that ball in the side and floated down for an angle on his last ball on the side. It was a sharp angle, but the ball was real close to the side pocket, so. But he chose to shoot it up in the corner. He rolled just a hair too far.
Yeah, it almost didn't look. I mean, it almost looked like he could have just curved the ball a little bit. I don't know that he really had to jump it.
Yeah, that's Mike's break. Yeah, I play in a couple leagues, same leagues as Mike does.
Okay.
Or I did. I only play once a week now. But
I know he's been here in the past.
oh, yeah. Yep.
supports this.
Well, what do you like here? Does a 12 go in? It depends. Well, I think I like the solids.
I like the solids. I don't see any solids that are really in trouble.
No. Shoot the 3 and roll up for the 5.
Although I don't really see any stripes. I mean, I think that 12 does go. And
It looks like there's a little, it's off the cushion a little bit, so it does go. His only issue is this 13 ball, I guess.
Yeah, that could be. He can see the 7 now. I might just, well, that opens up the 13, but or clear those at the other end first.
I like going and getting a 3 now and then rolling up and playing 5 and just don't have to go down there again.
Yeah, I think that's probably because then you can go 5 and then 1, 2, get on your 6, 7.
He's going to play the stripes. That's okay. If he gets on that 10 good, he could, bump that 13 out, or end up playing it in the corner up there if he gets these 2 stripes out of the way.
Get the 11 out of the way, and then the 13 goes up in the corner. So.
Well, he needs to get that 12 out of the way too. It looks like.
Well, the 12 is.
Boy, he got kind of funny there. Well, he's got 15 in the side.
Yeah, he's.
Got to watch your cue ball though. It's going to go dangerously close to that corner.
No.
Yeah, he was worried about the cue ball.
He thought a little too much about cue ball, not enough about object ball there. Well, see if John can put the end of the last game behind him.
Yeah.
Because he really played pretty well up until.
Yep. Just rolled it like a quarter of an inch too much with his cue ball.
Yeah.
Nope, he overcut it. Well, John doesn't have much here other than the 10. It looks like he's got to take the 10 now and hopefully open that 13 up. Of course, you're going to be moving a couple different balls here. You don't know how they're going to land.
Yeah, he's got the 10, and then he's kind of hoping for. Well, he should have the 15 as a safety valve, as long as he doesn't get behind the 8.
Unless he sticks himself behind the 8, yeah.
That was nicely done.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can see that 15 or not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't really.
What's he doing with the 13? Oh, he could see it. Okay.
Okay, good. Now he's.
Well, now he's got a problem.
He was going to be on the 12, but he went a little too far. He was playing shape for the 12. Easy to get a little amped up in a big match like this.
Well, he's looking to kick at the 12. Might be able to see the edge of the 13, but I don't see where that would gain him anything. Well, anybody out there in chat land, let us know if you can hear us okay. And be sure to hit the like button. Sponsors like that.
That's right.
It enables us to give you a free stream, so. Did he call it?
I believe he did. He was.
Wow.
He was kicking for that pocket, but
well, then he landed perfect.
He did. He was kicking for that pocket, just not quite the way he did. Not off the 1, I don't think.
Boy, he landed perfect. Just go to the side rail and try to avoid that 6 ball and shoot the 8 in the same pocket.
Here's a time where you really have to recompose yourself. You got to roll.
Yeah.
It's amazing how often you'll miss this
Or he
next
could
shot.
play this cue ball to just hit the 6 ball and stay there and shoot the 8 in the lower right corner.
Yeah.
Not sure which way he's thinking, but he'll have a shot. Ooh, maybe he won't have a shot.
Wow. He hit the 6 and it sent him just straight across.
Well, he kicked that other ball in. He can kick this one in.
Yeah.
In the lower right corner.
Off the 4. Oh.
Oh, he's looking to kick long. I'd probably kick short side rail. Maybe
Yeah.
call it in the corner,
Yeah,
lower right corner.
I would, because you do
It's an
not
easier
want,
hit.
yeah, and you don't want to give up ball in hand.
No, it's a much easier
If you
hit.
hit it, you got a chance of rolling up on a ball or getting a roll.
Well, this way you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to get a good hit.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go this. And really, it's okay. He's come to his senses. It's called the corner pocket. Off the 1. Oh.
I like the speed he hit it with because it kept the 8 ball fairly close to the pocket.
Yeah, had it.
Yep, if he could
It was
have
pocket
bounced it to
speed.
the end rail or something, then he'd be in no man's land.
Well, John has a golden
Yeah,
opportunity here.
I'll tell you what, if you're coming to the table with this table, you got to like it. So you shoot the 7, roll up, shoot the 4.
Kind of a confidence building table here. You don't have to do anything special, but
No, about the only bad thing you could do is roll up and freeze yourself on one of your balls,
oh yeah.
which happens, but
Yeah.
you just got to be sure you don't. I wouldn't start with this shot at all. I'd start with a 7, roll up, shoot the 4. Although the way this table lays,
You almost
you
can't
really
shoot
can
from-
go any way you want.
Pretty much. But I like the 7 and then getting the 6. You got to be on this side of the table to shoot the 6. Okay, the 3 goes, so
Yep.
should be okay there. You don't want to bump that 7. Okay. You didn't want to bump that 6 down on the
No.
rail or anything.
Do you spin to the left a little bit and come for your 4 ball, or is your angle too sharp? Hard to say.
I kind of like come straight across for the 1.
You can
and
do
then
that.
7 and then 4, 8.
Yep.
That's just my preference.
You actually can't
He's-
really go wrong as long as you get on one of the balls
and now if he
decent.
goes 4, 1, 7, 8,
Yeah.
it's just personal preference a lot of times.
Do you slow roll this, or do you go up table and back?
Well,
Ooh.
I would have hit it.
Yeah, now this 8 ball's lined up to where it's not a horribly difficult shot to follow it
I
in.
actually would have hit that 4 with a little bit of inside
Yeah.
to go between the 7, 8, and the 1.
And not roll into a ball.
No,
Yeah.
I certainly don't want to hit.
Yep. Anytime you start moving balls around, bad things can
Well-
happen. Well, this is not a horribly terrible shot here
No,
to
he
just
doesn't
follow
have
it
too bad
in.
of angle, and that's what he's called. He's
Just
gonna try-
hit your cue ball a little bit low and hit this 4 full.
Yeah,
Right
that's the-
in full.
Oh, he didn't. Well, that wasn't the worst.
Yeah, he didn't leave an easy shot.
He wanted to make sure
Yep.
the 8, if it didn't go, it was going to stay in the pocket.
Well, he's got to shoot the 1. He can't shoot the 7 because then you'd have no shot on the 1 with the 8 ball in the pocket there. So this is the type of shot where you just don't even worry about where the cue ball's going. It's going to go across and back probably.
Kind of
Just,
like the shot you
just
had yesterday.
cinch this ball. Yep.
Oh,
Ooh, we got
wow.
it. Okay.
Boy, when he hit it, it didn't look
Yep.
like it was going to hit the rail a lot sooner.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's laughing.
You know, those balls drop if you hit them with a slow enough speed. If you slam them, they're just going to rattle out of there.
He's
But
having old guys, so you got to put a little go in English on him.
all right. Well, John evens it up. Now I got a
Thank
question.
you, Daniel. He says our sound is good.
Good. Yeah,
Must
Daniel was with us earlier this morning.
Must mean you can't hear us if the sound is good.
Yeah. I got a question for you, and you may or may not know the answer. When we're, changing the score and we've got that black screen up in front of us, do they see that?
No.
They don't see that.
No, they
Okay.
don't. No, all they see is,
The table.
well, you can look over here. When you're
Oh,
doing
okay.
that, yeah, they see exactly what we have on this other monitor.
Well, good break. Made a ball. Only problem looks to be the 2 and the 9, or the 2 and the 1. So stripes might be the way to go here.
Yeah.
Although the 8
I was
doesn't
gonna say-
go. Well, the 8 goes, well,
I was
goes
gonna
in the
say-
left
I
side.
was going to say, do you have a stripe to get the 8 out? But you
You
kinda
got the
do.
13.
You got the 13.
Mhm.
The 10 is pretty close there. Guess he could start with this 9. Does it go by the 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got plenty of room there.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Or he could always shoot the 11, too.
Boy, he smacked it.
Man. Yeah.
Well, table's still open. I still like stripes.
Yeah, I think I do, too. Although,
He could open up that 8 ball right now off that 14. If he's got enough angle. He doesn't have a lot of angle, but
he's kind of jacked up over the 4. I think I'd maybe roll that 14 in and set myself for the 13 going into those balls.
yeah. Looks like he's going to, he's shooting that ball. Now what he does with the cue ball, we'll see. He can get a better bridge down than I thought he could there.
Okay.
Well done.
That was very well done.
He's still got the same problem, though, although the 8 does go in the left side.
Yeah, I didn't think he could make that kind of bridge.
If you can get on that 13 right, you can get to the 8. But you got a little work to do to get to that spot.
Well,
Yeah, he's going to have to play down here, and then he's going to have to go back up table.
yeah, he didn't really commit to getting on the 12. I don't. Unless he thought he could hold it for the 12 on the side, but
He hit a little too hard.
he had too much angle, I think, to.
Hey, David's watching from Philadelphia.
All right.
Are the Eagles going to be any good this year, Dave? Nice shot.
They're in a tough division.
Yeah, what are we, 1 week away from football starts for real next
believe
week?
so.
College starts today.
Yeah. Well, it actually started.
Well, it
Thursday.
did, but I mean for real, where everybody's playing now.
Any game that I'm interested in, yeah, it starts today.
Well, I've got to believe you're an Oregon Duck fan.
I am.
What about Oregon State? Yeah,
Uh,
or not so much.
I could care less. So are you an Arizona Cardinal fan now?
I'm not. I'm.
You're still a Seahawks.
Oh
fan.
yeah, they're in the same division as the Seahawks.
Yeah. I forget where I am. I was down in the casino the other night. Arizona was playing the Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, sure, a lot of Arizona. Oh, yeah, I'm in Arizona. That's right.
Well, he's got another ball now that he can work to get to that 8 ball with.
And it's blocking the 1.
Yep.
Possibly the 2.
Yep. And every shot that John has here, he's jacked up on.
He's pretty much got to start with that 4. Maybe
4 or the 5, yeah.
4 or the 5, but boy, the 5 you're really shooting over. The 4, it looks like you might be able to get a little more tip on the cue ball.
Yeah,
right.
thanks, David. Yeah, we need everybody to hit the like button. We want to keep the sponsors
Thank
happy
you,
so that
too.
we can continue to give you the free stream.
Yeah, they won't let us continue for free if we don't
Well,
we
if
don't
they're,
get the support
yep.
from our viewers.
Well, he played the 5. He hit it good. And he's got a few options here. You know, that one ball goes pretty easily underneath, off the rail, off the 10 if
I
he
think
gets
it,
to
yeah,
that
I think
spot.
it does.
Those are the type of shots you like to get on them real good so that you can really control the one ball.
And he's probably actually on it about perfect right there, but
Yeah, that angle is good. Yeah, he'd probably like to be a little closer, but
yeah,
that was a good angle for
nothing
it.
wrong with getting these
Yeah.
balls off of the. At 2 and 3 are just kind of laying funky. Well, he might be able
He
to
can
do
still
it.
do it from there.
He's not even looking at it.
Nope. If he would have made that, he would have had perfect angle for it.
Yeah, he would have.
Now, Mike has a real good shot here on the 13 to open up the 8 ball, but you got to be real careful. That 8 ball will be tracking
Yeah.
towards the side or the corner pocket.
His issue is the 12 over there on the rail.
Mm-hmm.
I almost like.
Oh, the 11, you mean?
Is that the 11?
Red
oh,
ball?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it is the 11. I'm sorry.
The one on the rail with the 7? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
How do you get a 12 out of a red
It looked
stripe?
purple from here. I don't know. On our screen, it just looks purple. But I look around, I look at the table, it's like, okay, it's red.
Well, he played a really smart shot there, but it
Well, he
didn't go.
Yeah, I liked the thought there. It didn't
Yep.
work out.
Okay, John, what you going to do? You're going to leave that 7 there so the 13 won't go. I don't mind that too much. I don't know if the 3 goes in the corner. It definitely goes in the side. I'd play it in the corner if it does. You might create a decent angle on the 1,
I believe it goes in the corner.
or you might, boy, what's he going to do with the 2? Well, we'll have
if he plays the 1, that's going to move the 10 and we'll open up the 2, I believe.
because if he shoots the 3 in the corner, he's definitely going to move the 8 ball out of the way. But he played it in the side.
Okay, he's good on the 1 now.
Yeah, you just at some point you got to shoot it. I think I'd shoot it now because you could shoot the 7, but now you're opening up. Then everything is open for Mike. Yeah,
I think he's looking at the 7, but it's like, no.
I wouldn't. I'd shoot the 1 right now.
You need that 7 there. It's kind of insurance.
Yeah.
You got a tough shot you got to shoot.
Well, it's a duck if you need to, and it's also blocking the hole from the 13.
Yeah.
So now he's looking at the 1. That's the right shot.
You got to shoot it there, John. Come on.
Well, he's definitely lining it up, so this one you want to hit, basically you want to just miss the 10 and go to the cushion.
So when you're playing on the TV table, have you ever wanted to listen to what the commentators are saying?
I never even thought about it, actually.
Oh, now he's in trouble. He just married up to the 2.
Yeah, and he can't bank the 1 because he can't see it at all, I don't think.
I guess one of the big gambling matches, one of the players had it playing on his phone and had headphones, and they didn't. It was a gambling match, so they didn't care about him wearing headphones. His opponent thought he was listening to music. He was listening to.
Yeah, do you know who it was?
I do, but I'm not going to call him out on.
Okay. Well, I mean, here I can
a lot
think.
of rumors.
It's like if you're playing in this big money match and like maybe Billy and Cardona or something is commentating, who's very knowledgeable about one pocket.
I think
I'd be wanting to listen to what he has to say
I think the two
too.
guys, were like very, very good one pocket. It's like, it was almost like a spot to have those guys.
You got a coach.
Well, we had that here, it was 2 years ago. We had a gal sitting there, and she was watching her husband, and she had the stream up on her phone, and she was sitting just outside the arena. But then she says, "Hey, the announcer said you should do this or you should do that." She was kind of so we had to like, no, you can't do that.
Well, not everybody, a lot of people, like at Nationals, they say it's BS that they don't allow headphones and earbuds and all that. Well, that's the reason for it.
That is.
Well, two reasons. A communication problem if one player can't hear the other player.
But with the technology today.
You could be getting some coaching.
I would love to have my coach sitting,
Oh, yeah.
watching the match, going, okay, here's, this is, stay down on your shot. Do this, make sure you
breathe.
Yeah.
And telling you which the correct shot to take is as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, if he is dead straight on this ball, you just stop your cue ball right there. If you miss, you leave nothing. If you make it, you're dead straight on the 8-ball. But he's going forward.
That too is
going forward. He must have a little bit of angle. Yeah, he did have angle. Good shot. It's nice to be in this position where you can shoot this 8-ball and keep the cue ball down here, and you're not giving up nothing.
Yep.
Or not much, anyway. It's a little tougher being jacked up, though. Good shot.
Wow.
All right. Mike is now up 2-1. Race to 5. Both players going to 5.
I was watching one of Darren Appleton's events, and they were Facebook living it. And, and I'm watching, and all of a sudden, and it was Skylar Woodward was playing somebody, I forget. And all of a sudden it says, Skylar Woodward has joined you in watching this match. And I thought,
oh, no.
I commented, I said, are you kidding me? He's playing in the match.
Yeah. Was that the event that he won? I think he won the last one.
It was. Yeah. It was the one he won. And it was just like, I'm like, so I gave it. Next time I saw him at National, I gave him a hard time. I go, the heck, you didn't have a good enough seat. You had to watch it on. He laughed. He said he saw it was streaming, so he got on there just to. Yeah. He was going to comment on it.
Good break. Well, my first initial thing here is I like stripes. Well, 10 ball's a little. Well, 10 ball's not a problem because you can play the 14 up in that corner and play the 10 down in this corner.
Yeah, I kind of like the stripes too, just because the 6 and the 7 are.
Yep.
Are
the only one here that somewhat might be a problem is the 12. Because you have to get on the side of the table where he's at now. Of course, it's too thin to cut now, but
or it could go in the right-hand side.
It could go on the side as well. You hate to have to start with that 15, but it looks like that's the only starter shot he has. I was thinking he could have shot that a little harder and got to the 14 right away in the 10.
I was thinking, boy, if he could get to the 14 or at least the 13. Just a little bit harder, he would have. I would have wanted to get past the 10.
Looks like the only shot he's got now is the 9.
Yeah, I think that's. And that's not.
Is he going to the corner with it?
Yeah. Yep. That's not going to guarantee you.
Good shot. He's got the 12 ball now.
Yeah, he could take this 12.
I think I would.
But boy, getting from the 12 to those balls up there.
Yeah, you don't want to hit that. You don't want to brush that 5 ball or the 3 ball with cue ball if you can help it.
You got to put a heck of a stroke on this.
If you hit that 3, you could go right in the drink. Well, you did hit it. Oh, that's got to be a foul right there.
What did he do?
He hit the cue 1 ball with his stick, and it went to the left, to the right, and the cue ball came right back in the path of where that 1 ball was.
Yeah,
That's a foul.
Yeah, but Sean doesn't.
Neither player may really know that.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But that definitely by the rule, it's a foul.
I saw him kind of point.
Yep. No, it went right through where the 1 ball previously was.
Yeah, it did. It's kind of delayed on that, so I looked over at the YouTube feed there, and yeah, it definitely did. Well, that was nicely done.
Yep.
Took advantage of that little extra.
Yep. Well, what is it? Rule 1.1.
Yeah.
Player's responsibility to know the rules.
And if you're not sure, call a referee.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get it.
Well, it's 3-1 Mike. John's break. I'm going to ask Mike about that later.
Well, thank you for supporting us, Tony.
Hey, Tony. I think Tony was with us yesterday, I believe.
Think he was.
He was either this morning or yesterday.
We appreciate having you guys join us. We enjoy bringing it to you.
Good break, and he got a ball.
Table seems to be breaking a little better today than it was yesterday.
Well, I'm not quite sure it was the table, but
well, in your case, maybe not. But
I was just breaking bad.
You know, even your opponents weren't like crushing bunches. Last night it started to give up balls a little better than it did earlier in the day, and today it seems to be.
Yeah, I was breaking so bad I passed the break over to my partner. She did better than I did. She didn't hit him as hard, but she made a ball or 2 balls on one.
It all together that one game. Rick was like, "Are you sure?"
No, yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." And I said, "I think it might be intentional."
You know, it wasn't.
No,
I just had a brain fart. I didn't, and usually I'm right on top of that stuff.
Well, what we were worried about then is, so by rule, if that game completes and then they go, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have the break at Hill Hill.
Yep. No,
but they didn't get to Hill Hill. But
they could have ended up with, 3 breaks in a row? Yeah.
The last 3 in a row.
And it can matter. It can matter.
Yeah, you guys were up pretty good.
Well, the 2 ball is the issue here. Well, so's the 8 ball. And the 13 ball kind of prevents you from breaking an 8 up.
John doesn't really look at problems until he has to.
Well, I think he's supposed to shoot this 5 and roll up for the 2. I think. Don't even know if he's got enough room underneath that 13 to play the 2, but let's look at this.
I don't think he does.
I can't tell from here either, can you?
No.
It even looks kind of worse from here. Huh. It's Mike and Susan Williams' little girl.
Oh, is it?
Yep. They adopted her, I don't know, a year ago maybe?
Yeah, it seemed like it was.
Maybe longer, I'm not really sure.
A little cute.
And John's trying to figure out. I'm guessing that the 2, he can't do the 2 ball. I'll tell you what he can do, though, is he could shoot this 5 ball, pull back, I don't know what, 6-8 inches and create an angle to where he could break the 2 out. Of course, then he's still got an issue with the 8.
But and he's breaking out the 2 and has to get shape on it.
Or you know what else he could have done is shoot the 4 and float up and create an angle on the 5.
Ooh.
Boy, if that 2 doesn't go, then he's got a major issue now.
He's got no angle to do anything with the 2. Well, I don't even think he can hit the 8. The 4 is going to go, but I think he's going to go between the 8 and the 14.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he's looking.
Apparently, he thinks he could. I'd call a ref for this one, I think.
If
he's doing a rail first, for sure.
Definitely want a referee here. Yeah, he's. I think, they're going to get. Is Dwayne over there?
Yeah, Dwayne must be out on a table somewhere.
One of us gonna.
Not me. I'm not a ref anymore.
There's Dwayne. What? What do you mean
I'm not a ref anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm a ref. Well, I would go out there. I have. I made one call yesterday. I think it was when you were on break or yeah, you went to the restroom and I filled in. I made one call.
Did you really? Well,
yep.
Good for you.
And it was an easy one. It was kicking at a ball, and there was 2 balls pretty close together, but it was pretty simple. It was a situation where if the one moves, it's a bad hit.
I had one yesterday, and the guy goes, "Man, this is going to be really close." It was a split hit kind of deal, and he goes, "Are you sure you're ready?" I go, "Yeah, I'm sure." And he shoots it, and I said, "Good hit," and he looks at me, and he goes, "Wow," he goes. Seemed like a lot easier for you than it is for me.
Well, you know what to look for.
And I told him, I said, well, I know what to look for.
Yeah.
And I said,
good hit.
I said, after the match, if you want to come talk to me, I said, I'll let you know what I was looking for. He never did come up. I mean, the call went his way, but he was just like, he thought I might hesitate or something like that. I was like, that was a pretty easy call.
Well, my call, they didn't really even need a ref because it was, the opponent's ball was in front of his ball. And if the opponent's ball moves, sorry, Charlie. Right. Didn't even really need a ref.
But then you got those guys, the ball moves a little bit. Oh, no. I didn't hit it. Some of the gals wearing the east side, west side team shirts.
Yeah,
that was a big team tournament down here, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's a bad hit, Mike. You hit that 8 ball first. Yep.
Yeah.
They have some major competitions between East and West Phoenix. It's a big deal here.
That's pretty cool.
Pool is really big here.
Yeah, it is.
If you like to go around to bar tournaments and stuff, you probably got three every night you could choose from. They're not big tournaments, but there's a lot of tough competition there too.
Yep, seems like a lot of leagues, they still using the Arizona rating system?
They're transitioning. It's mostly Fargo right now. I think in January they're going full-time to Fargo. I believe. Don't quote me on that.
No, but that's good.
They're talking about it anyway. He missed it with ball in hand on his last ball. Wow.
Ball in hand with one ball and he missed it.
Now see where the 8 ball's sitting and his ball's sitting. He's in no man's land.
That was and see, that was one of those he was worried about the 8 ball.
Yep.
Forgot to make. Well, I kind of like starting with the 9 here. I mean, it's a duck, but.
Well, I do too.
Why have to play a combo in there? Nothing. I mean, You could cut that 12 in, but
Yeah, I think I'd start
try
with
to
the
draw
9
it out
as
of there.
well.
Yeah.
In worst case, you could always play a safe.
There you go.
That's okay. He's got the 10.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
He's going to end up wanting to get on that 12 real good so he can get on the 13 good for the 8, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to go forward off the side rail, end rail, and hopefully get, well, that'll work. I would have liked to have shot that ball in the side rather than the corner, but that's fine. He can roll up and it looks like he's straight enough where he can
he can either just
go either way.
Pull it straight back, or if he's got any kind of angle at all, he goes to the side rail and out. Looks like he's going
forward. He must have some kind of angle here.
He's going side rail.
Didn't quite get far enough.
He wanted to go about another 18 inches or so.
Yep.
Well, now you got to be careful.
Well, if he shoots this gently, pocket speed, he might go off the right side of the 4 and float over to the first diamond on the end rail.
I don't like doing too softly. You come off that 4 and you just froze to the 8.
Well, or you might block that pocket for the 8 ball too.
I'm thinking I want to knock it hard enough to where that 4 clears. And
it's a little touchy here.
If you do hit the 8, you come off of it. You don't just stop right on it. Yeah, it's a tricky little. He really wanted to go about another 1.5 feet, 2 feet. That's one of those. It would have really been, if he would have walked over and just kind of like pointed to the spot where he wanted to, where is good position to where.
Yeah, even if he went a little bit long, he would have been better off than short like he is now.
Well, let's see what happens here. Well, okay, he cleared the 4.
Yeah.
But now he's.
This is a tough shot. You got to let your cue ball go. You could even play safe here. Just gently off the left side of the 8, maybe bank the 8 off an inch or so and hook him. Worst case, you leave him a bank, but
I think that's what he's doing.
I'd be tempted to play a safe here.
I think you just turn around and said I'm playing safe. Yeah. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, he wanted to hit it a little more on the left to bank it into the way.
He hit it too full and not quite hard enough.
Okay.
Bill's got fans.
No, she said she was watching the stream. That was a smart shot there.
You've got fans walking by. They'll be asking for your autograph here pretty soon.
Yeah, I remember she said something about Purple Heart something or other was her name on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Should have told her we'll get back on there and hit that like button.
That's right. You better be liking that. We thank you to the 13 of you who have hit the like button.
There's what Mike wanted to do on the last shot.
That's a little better.
I don't know if he has the edge.
He does have the edge.
But you better be careful. You don't want to scratch in the side or the corner, depending on how much of that ball he can hit.
He just comes up another
He's looking to
inch
see
or
if
two.
He's not sure he can hit it.
I think he's definitely got the edge. Okay.
Well, I can see Mike doing the same thing here.
It's getting tougher, though,
because
he's so far away.
Hit the right side of the 8, bounce it off the cushion a few inches, and hopefully keep the cue ball right there. Worst case, he'll give up a bank. This is a huge game here in this set.
Oh,
There's a big difference between 3-2 and 4-1 going to 5. Oh, he's calling it, really? I'm surprised.
He's shooting now.
I am surprised.
Enough of this safety stuff. I'm shooting.
Of course, if you bank like
And
that,
he made
nice
it.
shot,
Wow.
Mike. And look where it landed if he did
Yeah.
miss it.
Wow. That's
Nice shot. 4-1.
that was a
And it's Mike's
huge.
break.
And that was probably a lot tougher bank than the one he passed up, on
Yeah.
the first shot of the 8. I thought, well, this is the reasonable bank shot. He played the save.
4-1. Race to 5.
Guess he figured he'd failed. A couple of safety attempts didn't quite get a full hook, so I better just go down shooting.
And I know exactly what's going through Mike's head right now. He said, let me just break and run here and end this thing.
Well, yeah.
Get myself into the finals and relax a little bit while everybody else beats on each other.
No better way to boost your confidence than to finish with a break and run.
He's got a little smile on his face, I thought.
He's feeling good. He knows that this is.
Well, he made a couple balls. He didn't really spread them that well, but
He didn't hit them real well, but.
What do you start with here? He cut the 4.
Oh, man.
Cut the 14.
You don't really have anything easy to start
Not
with.
anything good, no. And then the table's not sitting real good for a run out either.
I mean, you could bank the 13 down into that group and play safe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you could bank 13 off the end rail and take the cue ball right over behind that 4 ball.
Yeah. That would not be a bad shot at all.
Mm-mm. And all the pressure's on John.
Yeah, this is where I know I have to watch not get too aggressive.
David, you mean the bank, or?
Yeah.
I thought he should have played it safe, but he's feeling froggy, so he went for the bank and made it. I'm not even sure what he's shooting at here.
Looks like the one.
One in the side? Yep.
One in the side.
Okay.
And he scratched.
Oh, got a bad roll there. Well, John's got ball in hand. And he's down 4-1 with an open table.
I think I'm going to take care of that 4.
In a must-win situation.
If I want to take stripes, I'm going to do something with that 15.
Well, if you're going to take solids, you definitely want to get the 4 now.
Although stripes,
if you think you can run out.
And stripes don't look too bad either, but you got to take care of that 15.
Yeah.
The 4 and the 15 have got to be dealt with right now.
Well,
whichever you're going to take.
He could shoot the 15 up in this corner, the lower right corner, just like he's doing. That's a good play. I like that.
I do too. You can go 15, 13, 14.
Yep, they're laying okay. He's drawing that ball a little bit. Just center ball, I guess.
That was well done.
He's got enough angle to where he can pop out for the 14. Yeah, he just kind of went forward with that. He should have kind of popped it off the end rail there. And I mean, he's still got a shot, but he's got the wrong angle to come at any of these balls down here. Okay. Well, he didn't leave Mike anything. He didn't cut the 4 or bank the 4.
Yeah, I think I'd.
If I'm up 4-1, if I'm in Mike's spot, I'm gonna drill that 4 ball. I'm gonna get the cue ball back down this end of the table somehow.
Yeah. I mean, he could play safe, but
he could.
But at 4-1, I think.
If it's close match, then you might rethink that. But I think he's got enough angle to where he can bring the cue ball this way.
Especially if he could get it down here, like by the 6 and a 3, to where You're not giving up much if the 4
True,
doesn't go.
yeah. I'm a little surprised that he's hesitating on this bank the way he banked that 8 ball.
Yeah, this is a way easier.
I mean,
bank.
you got to be feeling that you can make anything right now.
This bank is way easier than the one on the
Yeah.
8-ball. And yet he's looking to avoid it if he.
Now, if he doesn't have an angle where he can bring the cue ball down to this end of the table, then I can understand not banking the ball. But I think he does. His diamonds bank a little bit short, which gives you a little bit more of an angle. So I don't think he can cut the ball.
No, it doesn't look like it cuts.
It's taking an awful long time here.
Yeah, you would the way you'd think it was hill.
Yeah.
The way he's.
I think he called it safe.
Yeah, he's gonna play safe. Tell by the way he's.
Oh, nice. Well, I think they still got the 15 or the 12.
You know, yeah.
He almost totally
He
hooked him.
just doesn't quite hit those safeties quite hard
Yeah,
enough.
about another 1/4 inch on the 4 ball, he would have had him dead hook.
That's a shot that you just don't see. Most players don't ever practice that. Boy, it comes up so much in 8-ball.
Yeah, well, you just you play it in your matches, but you never. It's touchy, you know. The speed on those is really critical.
Yeah, when you're warming up, you know, to hit a couple of those.
Oh, look at this! He hit that ball good too.
That's twice he's hit a nice shot. And
All right,
got
now,
no love.
now I'm taking care of that 2 ball and 7 ball right now. I think at least play one of them, get the other one opened up. I think 2 goes right inside. He could do it.
Oh, boy.
It must go on the side.
I'm not sure where they go.
It just looks to me like it goes in the side, the left side.
Let's take a look at this other camera.
Yeah, it goes.
Wow, yeah, I would definitely play it.
I would too. But he can play these and then play it, but he's all.
He could, yeah.
Why play shape when you already got it?
Okay.
He's going to do it now. Okay.
He's on it now.
But does he?
I'd definitely play it now. Okay, he is. Okay.
But-
I like that. He
But
took care of
does he have the right angle to stay? See, that's what I was wondering. Well, he's got the 4 down there still. Yeah, he didn't have the right angle to hold for the 7. Shoot the 4 and try to draw low right English, and you try to draw back here for one of these balls. You have to be careful because you don't get your English right. You can go right at that 8 ball.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I think he's going to duck,
I think he is too.
which is not a bad play.
He doesn't want to give.
But don't tie your 7 up or your 6 up on top of that 9 ball, though, I don't think. Well, he did. That's not really.
That's not too bad. The 6 will still go. I
Yep.
think. The 9 doesn't go anywhere. He's trying to keep his foot firmly planted on John's throat, not give him any air. When you got a big lead, it's
Yep.
actually pretty smart.
Trying to squeeze him a little bit.
Yep.
Can you see that 10?
You're wrapped around him now, just squeeze.
Well, if he can see the 10, he can play the 10, 14 in the side. But I don't know if he can see the 10 or not.
kick into the 10 pretty easily. I don't think he can. Yeah, he's kicking. Had to kind of be careful there. He could have kicked.
Well, he got fortunate. He blocked the hole.
Yeah, he did. But boy, he could have kicked that 10 right into the 8. And at that speed, that 8 would have gone right in.
I'm not sure if the 6 goes right now.
I think it does. But
what can you do after that?
You're going to have to bank the 7.
Well, yep.
I think I'd cut the 6 in, come off the bottom rail, come up for a bank on the 7.
For the lower right, lower left corner?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
You're on the hill at 4-1. It's time to go.
Another thing he could do here is if the 9 doesn't go in the side, it's hard to say. You could come off the edge of the 7 and make the 10.
Yeah, there's.
If the 9 doesn't go on the side, you don't want to give that up. Now the 6 goes.
Okay. He's playing the 6.
I like your idea to. You can almost just stop it or just drop back a little bit and play that bank. Oh, he's going to try to
go into it.
Yep, he tried to break it off the rail. Now what you going to do, John or Mike? Looking to bank it inside.
Boy, with that 8 ball sitting there, okay, now he's going to go get the 4. I don't know what he's going to have for the 7.
Yeah, what's he going to gain? Try to bring that ball all the way back down. Look at this. Oh, man. He actually hit that ball pretty good.
He's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, what you going to do now, though?
Pretty nice stroke.
Can you even see it? I don't know if you can or not. Can't tell from that angle. He can hit it even if it would go rail first, but
I don't know what Mike's Fargo rate is, but it looks like he's probably one of those guys that could have ended up in either division, you know.
The borderline?
Yeah, I bet he's pretty close to the borderline. I don't know what the cutoff was. Well, he's tied it up with the 10.
Yeah, he's a 512, so he's at the top end of the gold division. And he's got almost 1,000 games in, so that's pretty well established.
That's pretty well established.
And let me check on John, who I did yesterday, but I forgot.
I want to say he was like a 506 or something like that. Dwayne's looking at us like, why do I have to come over here?
508.
508.
Because that's your job, man. Not my job.
We would have screwed it up.
I didn't even see what the call was. Was it something close?
Was there 2 of you and you can't get up?
Yeah.
I didn't. We were chatting. I didn't even realize they called a ref. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is the end of the set right here.
Yeah.
Just draw it back a couple inches, shoot the 8 in the corner. It's not my job, man. Not my job.
He's retired. Yeah, he can't make calls anymore. He's retired.
I went out and made a call yesterday. I made one call yesterday. Yeah. Let Brett go to the bathroom. Yeah.
And
there you go,
folks.
boys and girls.
Mike Chapa
All done. Okay, well, I think we'll be back at
secures
one.
his spot in the finals of the gold division, and he'll
Yep.
wait to see who comes from the
Well done.
scenic side.
Now, I believe, at least earlier, it was scheduled for a 1:30 Scotch third and fourth place match.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
whether that's changed or not based on the women
Yeah.
playing in, or
Yeah,
men
we'll
playing in singles, we don't know. So
We should have
we'll
a
have
match
something back
coming
here.
in at 1:30.
Yeah. So until then, we'll see ya.
Thanks for joining us. We'll
Yep.
see you in a bit.
Hit the like.